Well, to further discuss this, joining me in the studio are my colleague Joey Villarama, CGTN International Assignment Editor from the Philippines, and Professor Lo Yun-kun from China Institute of Contemporary International Relations. Welcome to Global Watch. Gentlemen, we start with you. Joey, you are Filipino, so in your opinion, how critical is the development of the untapped areas mentioned by Ban Bilow's story in meeting the very ambitious development of Duterte?
As we all know, the Philippines is an archipelago. It's composed of 7,100 islands. So obviously there's that physical disconnect. So if there are infrastructure projects connecting northern Philippines, central Philippines, and southern Philippines, then that will be able to bridge the gap in terms of the physical disconnect. Because people think that Metro Manila or Imperial Manila is the Philippines, but it's not. We have to tap resources also in central Philippines and southern Philippines, and connecting the Philippine archipelago through railway projects, airports, connector roads. That will help cascade progress and development to the rest of the islands.
Right, and Professor Lo, apart from this 639-kilometer long railway, what more can China do in terms of infrastructure building in the Philippines?
I think China can do a lot, but one thing I want to mention is about China can provide more and more technological program to
such as
technological training program. That's very important, because not only in infrastructure building but also in agriculture, in every field of the Philippine economy, they need the technical personnel. So China is very good at the technical program, so we can assist the Philippines in a technical program. This is number one I want to mention. Second one is about the educational program. I think they are connected. And at present we found that the Filipino students who study in Beijing is less if we compared with the other Southeast Asian nations. So I think China ASEAN scholarship will focus more on the Filipino students to study in China, and of course Chinese students will study more and more in Filipino, and we can start our cooperation in each field.
All right, so we'll be getting back to you gentlemen for more insight. The massive infrastructure push in the Philippines is a part of Duterte's signature project called the Build strategy. Launched in 2017, the government plans to spend around $180 billion on over 75 flagship projects till 2022. They include 6 new airports, 9 railway lines, 3 bus rapid transits, 32 roads and bridges, and 4 seaports. And China's Belt and Road Initiative 2 is playing its part. In 2016, during Duterte's visit to Beijing, China and the Philippines signed deals worth $24 billion. And Chinese companies are currently building bridges, undertaking construction of dams and irrigation projects, and are also involved in building railway lines to boost connectivity. Back to our gentleman today. Joey, how do you evaluate the Build project worth $180 billion? Quite a big infrastructure push.
Of the 75 key infrastructure projects that were identified in that Philippine development program, under which is part of which comprises the Build program, I think as of now only less than 10, if I'm not mistaken, 7 or 8 are or have started construction, and the rest are still being evaluated. Duterte's administration wants to be known as the administration that has parked the Philippine economy by way of infrastructure, and he hopes to complete, if not to roll out these projects by the end of his term, 2022, but I think it's still a long way to go. I go home once a year at least, and I see construction near the international airport. A lot still needs to be done, but as I mentioned previously, progress may be slow, but at the end of the day, when we see the fruits of our patience, then I think we will be able to reap the benefits of this cooperation.